It is awesome time. Hi guys, welcome to the awesome show. It is an awesome time again. Hi guys, it's nice to have you back on the awesome show, and I remain your host, Doing Social. Today is actually a special day because we have a special guest around, and she's going to be taking us on an awesome update on relationship. Sit back, grab a popcorn, and keep watching. I trust you are glad to be here on the awesome show.
Yeah, I am glad.
Okay, so in 3 words, I would like you to describe yourself. 3 words.
My name is Oluyinka Adeyemi.
Okay.
I'm a medical doctor by profession,
Okay. Medical doctor.
but no longer practicing medicine. I'm no longer writing Panadol. I am the resident pastor of the Stone Church, Bodija.
Thank you very much, ma'am. In the next few minutes, we'll be having like a relationship-based kind of discussion with you, and we would like you to enlighten us and our viewers. Let me not say one of, let's say like three most non-negotiable red flags.
Now, if you want to go all the way with a girl or with a boy, you must be friends. If you are friends, there are things that are naturally common to the two of you. There will always be something to talk about. There will always be something to share. There will always be something to plan ahead about because you are friends. So there are a lot of things that look alike. You think alike. Your ambitions look similar. Your hopes look similar. So if you are not friends, it will be difficult to get along in some issues of life. You just discover that because a friend will give in at one time or the other, tolerate you, make enough allowance for your fault, believe the best of you, hope for the best, make sacrifices for you, be committed to you. But if the friendship is not there and it's just girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, just something to show to the outside world, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Anybody can throw in the towel very easily there. Now, if you cannot see commitment, because that commitment is going to help you a great deal. As you plan your lives together, you will always remember there's somebody I'm committed to. Before you make a decision, even when he's not there or she's not there, remember I'm committed to somebody. If you have something you don't want to consume it all on your own, I'm committed to somebody. You are making a plan, it must not affect the other person negatively. Commitment. When there's a rift, when there is a barrier, when there's a mountain to climb, when there's a river to cross, you will always look to your side. Am I going with him? Have I lost him? Is he finding it difficult to keep pace? Should I slow down a little? Commitment will make you to do all of that. And with commitment, you are not planning or thinking of how to call it quits. Because I'm here to make it work. So all you're thinking is, how is it going to work? How do we overcome the challenge? How do we solve the problem? But if it's somebody who's not committed, the person will just at any little challenge. So if you are going out with a girl or with a boy and almost like 2 times in a week you have, well, I'm not doing again, Joe, I'm not doing again, that person is not committed.
That is very insightful. Thank you very much. So, mommy, we'll be moving to the second question. This one, it can be relative. This next question can be relative, but we just wanted to give us like a general advice on it. Okay, so the question is, how long do you advise singles to court, not date now, before they get married?
It depends on where you started from.
Okay.
Some of us were fortunate to get into a relationship with schoolmates that we have been in school together, we scored 0 together, we were chastised together, whether through lecturers scolding and all that. So we already know ourselves to a very large
Large
extent.
extent.
So when we now come to say, okay, I want to marry you, will you follow me to my mother's house? Then it doesn't have to take so long.
Like I guess.
But the two of you, of course, must not be dependent on mommy and daddy.
Point one.
If you are still dependent on mommy and daddy, then you're not ready for marriage. So it's not an issue of how long now. If you don't have what to eat, if you don't have a mattress on which to sleep, if you don't have a stove on which to cook your food, and you don't have shelter over your head, then you're not married.
Right.
Okay, if those things are there, then I don't expect you to continue for more than a year before you get married. But if you just meet a man along the line, you're already made, maybe you are a bank manager and the guy is an MD of a big organization, and you just met. I mean, you really don't know one another. You need to study one another, and you don't have all the time in the world to be with one another.
Yes,
So I will advise you, first of all, give it time. At least process things within the first 6 months. That
First
is
6 months.
this real? Is it not real? Make consultations around.
Yes, ma'am.
For somebody who is well to do, who is already made and is still single, could there be something wrong? So in the 6 months you are busy making your consultations, and then when you have made up your mind and you have said yes, I expect you to still give yourself another 12 months.
12 months.
Yeah,
After
that's
the
1 year.
6
Yeah,
Wow.
so that makes it 1.5 years.
Yeah.
So you don't say because we are ready. Because if you just jump into it, because the two of you are ready for marriage in quote, you would discover that your attention will not be on one another. Your attention will not be on knowing one another. Your attention will be on the marriage preparation. So you end up preparing, as looking for rings, looking for ashebi, looking for this, visiting uncle here, visiting that, going to UK for shopping. You really will not sit down
To get to know
to
each
learn.
other. Wow. That's very deep. So the fact that you have your cars, you have your house, you have money does not mean you are married. You are ready for marriage. Still need to put in the work. Mommy said 1.5 year. So no rush to marriage, yeah? The last question is, what are the things that needs to be put in place before a man can proceed to marriage? I think you kind of answered it in the second question, but I want you to please specifically mention it now.
Is it on the part of the man or the woman?
Man.
Okay, that a man,
Yes, like
before you can say a man is ready,
Ready.
for marriage, well, you must have food to eat and to spare.
food to eat and to spare.
Must have shelter over his head, because he can't marry a woman into his mother's house. I will say no kitchen is big enough for two women, except one is not active in the kitchen.
Yes, ma.
Of course, so there must be somewhere to sleep.
Somewhere to sleep.
Even if it doesn't have a king size bed, you can have a mattress that we put on the floor.
It's okay.
If the woman knows, after the woman knows that is a capacity. So at least they must sleep, and there must be somewhere to put their food. If they always go to Kilimanjaro to buy food, they will waste all their resources. So there must be a place where they can cook the little and then eat. So with the job he's doing, he will trust God that things will get better. He's working hard in life. He's not seated on the same spot. And of course, is he ready to share his life? Because some guys are not ready to share their life.
Wow.
All they want to do is to be present. And I'm seated beside you, and you are not even taking note of me. I already have a rival before I marry you.
Yes, ma'am.
My rival is your telephone. You are not going to divorce that telephone because of me. So until you are able to organize your life to accommodate another person, give her due respect, love her, give her attention, you are not ready for marriage.
Okay. Emotional intelligence. Check it. Is there another point you want to add, like in terms of psychology?
Psychology.
Yes, like
Well,
how
I
do you
expect a man that wants to marry to know that he's the leader of the team.
leader of the team?
If a man wants to marry, he should know that he's to lead the woman.
Yes, ma'am.
Leading the woman does not mean that the woman is an idiot.
Yes, ma'am.
It only means that the buck falls on his table. A man that wants to marry must understand teamwork, that now it's no longer me alone.
Mm.
When I have 100,000 and I want to plan what to use it for, I won't just plan to buy a new phone. I must know what my wife is thinking. I must know whether she wants to replace her juicer, or she wants to buy a plate washer. So a man that wants to marry is no longer self-centered. It's no longer selfish. He's no longer thinking only of himself, he's thinking of another person. A man that is ready to marry must be able to discuss intelligently, not get angry when somebody else has an opinion that is different from his own.
Mm.
Because if you are on your own, okay, make your decision, whatever you face, it is you alone. But when we are two, please let it be that the decision is made by the two of us, so that when there is trouble, we will
Praise
not.
the Lord.
Oh, so a man must have that mentality of teamwork now, but I am the leader, but I must listen to the other person. I must be open to advice. I must not be contentious, because of men, once you say something contrary to what they are saying, they get angry.
Mm.
Behind every contention is pride. So a man that wants to marry, we have to put his pride under and come to the level of that woman. Not that you'll be telling her, shut up, I'm older than you, am I your mate? No, you have to learn to it's about managing relationship. You must be ready to manage relationship, and before long children will come. So it's no longer that woman that loves you that will take anything from you. You will now have children who will stand up and say, ah, daddy, did I really hear you say that? Though your wife will not have said that. Now, when you are marrying a woman, remember she comes from somewhere. So you don't just take and say, never let me see you go to your mother's house. No, that's not the way it works. So when you marry a woman, you know that you have an extended family already. So your heart must really be large. It must be larger than the heart of mommy's boy. It must become a heart that will accommodate so much. But at the same time, you must be strong enough to be able to take the lead, because God will hold you responsible anyway, whatever happens to the home. And above all, as a Christian, if a man has not learned to connect with God, to receive from God, it will be difficult for him to lead some other people that, because he himself does not know what to do. So he will be told this, he will be told this. He must be able to receive from God, so that when things are on the table, it's okay, give me one day, I just want to pray about it. And then he comes back with, this is, I believe this is the direction in which God is leading us. Yeah. Every woman wants to see a leader in a man. Every woman wants to see a leader in a man, not a weakling. A leader in a man. So once he says, let us go, we are going. And two are better than one anyway. If he's always been scoring 10% before, when a woman comes, he begins to score 100%. Like this is another woman that has scored. We don't know how it works, but that's the way God designed it.
Wow. Thank you very much, ma'am. We really appreciate this. It's very educative, and I'm sure that people that are watching us will be able to pick 3 or 4 or 5 from this. So ensure that you watch this video over and over and over again, and make sure you subscribe to Awesome Show. It's very important because we bring in more guests that will be giving us insightful advice. I mean, many things that we need as we are growing. So stick to this channel. Ensure that you hit the subscribe button, share with your loved ones, and always come back for more. Now, to end up the whole discussion, mommy, once again, on behalf of the awesome show want to say thank you very much, Ma, for honoring our invite and coming here to share this your thoughts with us. We really appreciate it, and as we are growing, we will remember to put it into our daily actions. Thank you very much. Do you have something else to just say bye bye to people before we call it quits?
Let me close by saying the language of the man is respect, the language of the woman is love.
Hmm.
So each party should learn that whatever your definition of respect is, the two of you should iron it out. And this is what I understand by respect, and then give it to him. This is what I understand by love. This is my love language, and then give it to her. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. Until next time, stay tuned and always remember to come for more. See you next on the Awesome Show.